Hey guys, Andrea here. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. I'm based in Paris. For those of you who are new here, you're very welcome. Today's video is going to be a very quick and easy everyday makeup look and more of a chit chat, because I know a lot of people are curious, how does it work? How do you get jobs during big events such as Fashion Week, Cannes Film Festival, as an artist, as a makeup artist, or as a hairstylist? So I'm going to tell you about how everything works for me, just in case you're curious, while I'm doing my makeup. So right now in my career, I am being represented by an agency. A couple years ago, I decided to move from the Wall Group and go with A-Frame. I haven't always been represented. I mean, it could help, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's how you get your clients. So I'll explain. Like, the agency comes to you if they see a potential in you. Like, if they see, oh my God, like this person has a good portfolio, or like they like your work and they think that you have good clients, then they could eventually reach out to you and be like, hey, we would love to represent you. And basically what they do, they don't necessarily bring you a lot more clients, but the way this industry works is something like this. Like, you, let's just say you are Demi Moore. Okay, let's just say you're Demi Moore and you are going for the Cannes Film Festival. And you're like, okay, I need hair, I need makeup. Their publicist will reach out to agencies. Agencies such as the Wall Group, such as A-Frame, such as, I don't know, there are many agencies that I can't think of right now, but basically the publicist would reach out or be like, hey, Demi is going to Cannes Film Festival this year. Can you please tell me who do you have available in that place? And that's the time when it's really good to be with an agency, because what will happen is that the agent or the agent will give a list of artists that are available in that time, for that particular event. Like, an agent will have 10, 15 artists that they represent. It's their job to pair the right talent with the right artist. For example, let's just say you have Doja Cat. You have Doja Cat requesting for a makeup. You're not gonna pair her with someone that does like super natural makeup, like finger painting, because you know, she's a singer, she's a performer, she likes everything to be different, and she loves a more editorial look, has a specific style. If you're going to pair Doja Cat with, let's just say, like someone that does very natural glam, it's just not a good mix. So the agent's role is not just to send the list with all the artists that are available, but the artists that match with that person. And the same thing for hair. By the way, I've used this Rare Beauty. This is a great blush. In Thriving. That's the name of this color. It's really nice, and it lasts all day long. You guys, look at this. It has so much pigment. I've barely touched the skin with the brush. And the brush that I was using is this one from Beckham Beauty. This is number 13, and it's really practical. You're gonna see in a second I use it for something else too. So let's go back to our story. I'm using this concealer from NARS. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I take the other side of the brush. So the talent needs an artist or a couple, and then the agent's job is to make the right pair. So just because you are represented by an agency doesn't mean that automatically you're going to get all the jobs where they pitch you. Because like I've mentioned, they pitch so many artists for that same job. And what's really interesting is that you get to see, because everything has to be very transparent. So you get to see all the jobs where you've been pitched, and you get to see all the rejection. So imagine you have a list of, A-list celebrities, but of course it's not just rejection. that's how I get to work with celebrities, because from time to time someone looks at my profile and I'm like, I like her. That's why I had to do a second account. Now on my second account, if you guys want to follow me there, you're very welcome. I don't post very often. I'm going to be honest with you, it's hard to handle already all the social media accounts that I have. But from time to time, when I have like a good picture of a client or like a good video, I love to post it in there. So the account, I'm going to put the name on the screen. It's called Andreea on Set. And now that I have that account, you know, people can go and really see what my work is, because on my other account it was really hard. Like, imagine if you're a client, you want to see, you know, what I actually do on other people, not just myself. You had to scroll, you had to know where to go, because I had like a portfolio on my highlights. Anyway, so that's why I have a second account. Back in the days, I used to have a website with portfolio. It's not available anymore, because honestly, the way the world works right now is that if you are, let's just say my agent would send my website to a client, they would not even take a look. They would immediately go to Instagram and search for my name, because Instagram nowadays is just almost like a portfolio. Right now, I feel like each platform kind of has its own meaning. Like, I come here on YouTube to learn. YouTube is like this huge learning platform where you learn so much for free, but because there are so many videos, it's hard. You need to really spend time on curating the type of content that you want to see. I find that TikTok is more, you know, it's more entertaining, it's more to have a laugh, a good time. And Instagram became kind of like your business card. It's like, okay, this is who I am, this is what I do, and here's who I've worked with. So this is pretty much how it goes, like in, let's just say, general idea about what it's like to be represented, what it means to be pitched, and what it actually takes for you to be chosen by the artist. I'm going to use this bronzer. This is a cream bronzer from Creal. Really love it. This is great, especially if you have dry skin or mature skin. This is really, really beautiful. I have to say that location really matters. So let's just say you have an opportunity to work once with a client. You had your chance during the Cannes Film Festival, or let's just say you happened to be in New York once and you were working with this client. In order for you to actually have that client multiple times and to really have a good, you know, network, you kind of have to be in the right place physically. Like, you have to be in the big cities such as LA, New York, London, Paris as well, but there are not that many things happening in Paris. What's happening in Paris right now, and it's really great, is, I'm going to take my mirror, is that here are happening a lot of fashion campaigns. So if you are a makeup artist that does a lot of fashion campaigns, Paris is a great place to be. But if you're someone who is chasing more the celebrity world, Paris is not that great, because there are not a lot of things happening in here other than the Fashion Week. It's Fashion Week, it's the, you know, it's Cannes Film Festival. The downside about all of these events is that everyone from US is coming, because they know that's where they basically follow the celebrities, right? They know that that's where there's going to be a lot of celebrities. So all the artists, they're either flying by themselves, meaning that they are paying for their own flight, their own accommodation, or sometimes if you have a good client that is going with a nice brand, they will fly that talent. They will fly the talent, they will fly whoever the talent needs, such as their hair, their makeup artist, their stylist, and so on and so forth. But a lot of times what happens is that the local artists, take Paris for example, during the Fashion Week, there are sometimes more artists than talents. It depends, you know, it really depends. on the season, but a lot of times you will have more artists than talents. For example, I cannot go to the US to work. I can't go. I'm not allowed. I need a working visa, which is pretty hard to obtain. And it's not necessarily hard to obtain, it's just that it's very time consuming for me to get an O2. If I want to go work in the US, I have to have either a special temporary contract. There's just a lot of bureaucracy that I need to do. But for example, for an American or, for an English person to come and work here, they just take their kit, buy their tickets, and come here. I'm not saying like, oh my God, like all these artists, they're coming and like, no, that's not why I'm telling you. I'm literally telling you this because I want you to understand how it works and why a location is so important. And also you should know that in order for you to follow your clientele, to follow your celebrity clients, you need to always be available. Always be available. Like if you have a family, like good luck with that. Having a family means that that's your priority. But in the celebrity world, if you want to make it, if you really want to make it, you have to put your work as a priority. For example, I've made a decision a while ago that my son and my husband and just, my family life is my priority. So I don't travel as much for my clients. So there are certain clients that would travel the world, but I cannot do this for everyone. Not because I don't want to, it's because I have my priorities. I have recently saw this podcast on the Diaries of a CEO with Emma Green, and she's the founder of Skims and Good American, and she's this beautiful, like gorgeous woman. And she said in the podcast, like work-life balance, there's no such thing. And I admire so much that she came publicly with this because there's no such thing if you want to succeed. I don't know anyone that has really made it, and I mean like really made it, that has a good balance. You're basically on. You never really switch off from work. Have very, very little moments during the year when you just like take the time to charge, but basically you're on. It's just the speed of things. If you just think about how everything moves so incredibly fast, and now with the AI generation, God knows what's going to happen, because listen, it's a whole other beast that I don't know if I'm going to be able to navigate. I'm trying my best to understand it, but the more I think about it, the more I realize what a huge gap it's going to be between myself and my son. And this is the real terrifying thing for me. Look how cute this Laguna bronzer is. This is from NARS, and it's in the shade Laguna, which is the Laguna 2, sorry, and that is the original. And I love it because it has a little bit of beige. And the reason why I'm applying first cream and then the powder is because I've noticed if I only apply cream, it's good for like 4 or 5 hours, but then I start to have patches. And it's not the product, I'm telling you, it's not the product. It's just the way cream products work on me. If I don't set them with powder or with a powder bronzer, they will look patchy throughout the day because I touch my face. My son hugs me, touches me, I have my hair. It's normal. What I'm trying to say, it's normal. It's not like oh my God, the product is so bad. No, if the product would have been bad, it would have been like patchy from the moment I would have applied it. It wouldn't happen in like 5 hours after you applied it. So I take a big brush. I never ever travel with this brush because it's huge. I received it from La Prairie. It's the type of brush that I don't really use, but for bronzer, I like it because I just use it on the perimeters of the face, just like that. Just where I've applied the cream bronzer, right? So I am back in Paris. I got back yesterday from Cannes, and I was there first for like 3 full days. And I had clients every day. And then for the weekend, it wasn't as much action. And I said to my agent, listen, I don't want you to pitch me for anything during the weekend because I really want to go home. And she disagreed, obviously. My agent is someone that I love and respect a lot, and she doesn't have kids. I don't think she understood, but she respected my decision. I'm home for the weekend, and guess what? It's not like I came home to relax and sleep in. And I got home. We're doing now Eden's room. We need to really have his room ready because it's been like, what, 2.5 months since we moved in the new apartment, and his room is not ready. And I said to my husband, like, that's unacceptable. That should have been our priority. And he's like, yes, you're right. So we went and got furniture, and this weekend we're just gonna have it done. I'm gonna take this bronzer with the, what is this, number 20, also from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I'm telling you, these brushes are really nice. They're made in Japan. So while I was in Cannes, I got to meet a lot of artists. One of the reasons why I love to go to Cannes and I just love to be wherever these big events are is because not only because of the work, but you get to meet all these people that otherwise you wouldn't. Like Hank Van Gogh, you probably know. He's a very good makeup artist. He does Selena Gomez very, very often, and but not only. I mean, he basically does all the A-list celebrities, and every time we get a chance to meet, we do. He's actually a very, very nice guy, very hardworking, and believe it or not, when we meet, we love to eat. What I was trying to say is that I love to meet all these artists from all over the world. Last time during Couture, Katie Jane Hughes came and we had a chat. She brought her blushes. I also have a lot of hairstylist friends. So whenever we have a chance, we love to grab dinner together. Last year, in the last actually 3 years, I went to Cannes with my son and my husband. 3 years ago, I went with my son when he was like 5 months old. 4 or 5 months old, I don't remember. I think it was 4 months old. But the reality is it's so hard to play the mom during the day, to do the networking, to do the clients, to do the work, to do the stories, it's just so much. So this year I'm like, I told my husband, what do you think if I split it? I go a few days, I come back, I stay with Eden, and then we go back, just the two of us. Because my parents are here in Paris and they are with Eden. And I have to be honest, when my parents are here to spend time with my son, I feel not zero, but I don't feel as guilty because the mom guilt is real. I am the type of person that always sets her makeup in place with powder. And in my personal kit, I have this powder that I've depotted. This is from One Size. It's the translucent one. And I take a small amount, like this much, and then I push it into the bristles of my brush, and then I go where my skin starts to be very oily, also a little bit on the forehead and the chin. Who likes an oily chin? Nobody. I really like this very, very thin tip because, you know, you could literally put just a tiny little bit. I don't know if you can see. Like you can put as little or as much as you want. It's very practical. I didn't come with this idea. It was Grishan from Depot Chopra that depotted my makeup kit in Paris a couple years ago, and since then I'm like, she saved my life basically. Next I'm going to use this blush. This is a powder blush from YSL and it's the shade 44. This is probably the most universally like beautifying kind of blush. I don't know if you guys can hear the noise. That's why I'm wearing the microphone, because the noise it's nuts in my apartment. But I'm not gonna complain because it's not gonna be for long. I like to take this on top of the blush because this is slightly satiny. I don't know if you can see, it has this beautiful satin finish. So I love that about the blush. We like the W shape, right? I'm sorry guys, I'm filming in front of a big window, so oh my god, a butterfly. So the light is changing so much. I mean, I love to film in natural light, but one of the reasons why I don't do it very often is because it's not reliable at all. Like it changes. Then I take a brown pencil. I don't do this all the time. If I have extra 2 minutes, this step really helps my eyes pop a little bit because I have such small eyes. Then I take a small brush. Notice how I don't have the usual brushes that I use in my studio because at home I kind of try not to keep too much. So after I have applied that pencil, I just take a brush and kind of blend it a little bit more. This is a lip brush, but listen, give me whatever, I can make it work. Then on top of it, I'll do the bronzer just so that it looks very, very smoked out. I don't like a very precise line on me anymore. Unless I have either my hair up or I have the snatch. Recently I was talking with a friend of mine and I've mentioned the snatch. She was like, what? The what? I'm like, the snatch. I'm surrounded with, people that are in the same field as me. Everyone, when I say the snatch, everybody understands. So for those of you, and I'm sure there are a lot of you that don't know what the snatch is basically mostly a hairstylist doing it. So they take a little piece of hair from here and then a little piece of hair, like one here. They put it together and then it pulls your eye like this. They use like these tiny little hair rubbers. They pull it together and like it creates this lift. But like, guys, it's incredible. I wear the snatch more often than I would like to admit, but my phone died. Meanwhile, I did my mascara on this eye, and I'm gonna do this other eye. Ooh, look at this, guys. It's great, this mascara. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't do my eyebrows as often. I just have these periods of time where all of a sudden I won't use lipstick or all of a sudden I won't use foundation. Now it's the eyebrows. For no particular reason. I just like the way they look like that. It's as simple as that. I just like the way my eyebrows look with no product, just a little bit of clear brow gel, and that is it. Oh, while my phone was charging, I was using a little bit of powder under my eyes. So basically, I like to take a powder puff for my under eyes. And in my personal makeup kit, I don't have a lot of powders. I have that one from One Size that I like to travel with. And then I also like this one from Huda Beauty, which I have not depotted yet. So just a little bit of powder to set that concealer in place, and that's it. We just need to do the lips. You guys are gonna think that this is sponsored, but I promise you it's not sponsored. But I've been using this product because I genuinely love it. It's a lip mask from Wonderskin. And the shade I like to use is Hush, and I only use it for the contour. Guys, my back hurts like I need one of those chiropractors because I move left, I move right, and I hear like, I think it's all the luggage that I've been carrying. You guys, I had this situation I need to tell you. I get a job, right, for this American actress for a movie premiere. and the job is at 9 a.m. That day I'm supposed to leave Cannes. So my Airbnb said you need to, leave the apartment by 11. So I'm like, I need to take all the luggage with me because I'm not going to be able to come back. Because I had back-to-back clients. I had someone at 9 a.m., 11, and 1 p.m. And that's how long it takes for you to do a glam, about 2 hours. So just so you understand, I had very little time in between, if not no time. So I took all of my luggage from the Airbnb, which were 2 big suitcases and 1 carry-on with a tote, a big tote on top of it. I take the Uber, I get to the client, I get to the destination, and the Uber says, oh, just so you know, it's right here on the right. And I turn right, and it's this uphill, like I would have to go up the hill with my 3 suitcases on cobblestone. And guys, it was like hard. I could barely walk with them. Thank God that a day before I told my agent, I'm like, how many clients I have? And she's like, 3. You have like, you gotta hurry because you don't have a lot of time in between. And I'm like, can I have an assistant? And they were like, yeah. It's not the agency, just so you guys know it. It's not the agency that is supposed to like find you an assistant. But my agent knows me very well. She knows who I like to work with. So I have certain people that I want to have as my assistants. So I'm like, can you see if anyone is available to assist me tomorrow? And I had this girl, Annabelle, such a sweet girl. And I called her. So thankfully I had an assistant. And I called her, she was already at the client. And I said, listen, can you come help me with the suitcases? And she's like, yeah. And we get to the flat, and it was like this, I don't know if you've ever been in Cannes, but it feels like those buildings are like from the 15th damn century. You guys, there was this super old building, the weirdest building you would ever see in your entire life. Of course it doesn't have elevator. And we would have to go with all the suitcases, like my suitcase plus her suitcase with, because she's a makeup artist too. We would have to go up. And right when we get to the floor where we needed to be, there were another 4 little stairs up and 4 little stairs down to get to that particular door. All right, now it's time to remove it. It's basically a stain. But I like it because it stays on all day and just gives you more of a shape. Like for example, if you don't have like a super well-defined lip shape and you don't like to reapply lip liner all the time, this is an option that you will love. It just gives you a really nice contour, and you could go ahead and apply lip liner on top. I promise you, it's going to last longer. Now, on top of my lips, I could put whatever. I would lie to you if I tell you this necessarily is something that I apply all the time. Every day is different because I have so many lip products. This is the Bisous Balm from Violette Fer. And for those of you who don't know, this product is like a powdery balm. It's like a matte lip balm. So if you expect a lot of color from this, it's not your product. It's like, let me show you. It's like this. And this color in particular, what is this color? Betise. Maybe later on I will have like something hydrating. Usually I apply something hydrating, but it's not necessarily a rule. But because today I have my hair down and I'm going to go vote in a second, and it's kind of windy outside, I don't want to have that situation, where the hair is like sticking to your lips. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this chit chat and you get to know a little bit more about me and my work, and and how my world is in my job. If you have any questions or if you want me to demystify anything, let me know. I would love to tell you the behind the scenes of my job. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, everything I've mentioned is in the description down below. I'll see you guys in my next one. Wish me good luck in con.